Good morning, middle school.
Buenos dias, estudiantes.
Bonjour, estudiant.
Today is an A Day.
Please stand and recite the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today's lunch is chicken patty on a bun, steamed broccoli, assorted fruit.
There are no sports.
If you are interested in doing volleyball skills after school in January and February, please see Mrs. Potts for details. Attention all spelling bee contestants. There will be 2 practices next week after school on Monday and Wednesday. Please plan on attending at least one of those practices. We will practice elimination rounds and how a contestant is declared the winner. The actual spelling bee will be held next Friday morning during first period.
On Wednesday, January 9th, Jeff Swan, owner of LG Evans Construction, will be here to talk about his career path and other careers in the construction business. He is always looking for employees to fill positions in heavy equipment operations, masons, laborers, and foremen, but is finding not enough people are entering these careers. Come find out more about jobs in the trades. There will be jobs waiting for you if you decide it might be for you. Come to the Lunch and Learn next week to hear more. Sign up today in the office with Mrs. Pagano.
The math team will be meeting at lunch today. Please bring pencils and calculators. Boys intramurals will be Thursday and Friday this week.
We have 3 special announcements.
Next Monday, you will have to ask for a straw. You will ask the cashier when you pay for your food. The cashier will not offer you one. You will have to ask. This new policy is to try to help reduce plastic waste, so please consider not using a straw when you don't need one.
Good morning. I just wanted to take a moment and talk about Catherine, who was just talking to you about straws. Just to give you a little background, she's worked really, really hard, and she's so humble she wouldn't tell you that, but she's working for a couple of different projects right now, and one of which is to do that straw reduction here at Livonia. All the information that she has shared with the principal at the high school, myself, the principal at the elementary school, our business administrator, our cafeteria supervisor, just has been fantastic as to how much we might be able to impact positively the environment by getting rid of straws. So she's really thinking about choice, giving you a choice to do so, and all of her hard work and efforts and planning for these meetings. She's conducted meetings, quite honestly, better than some of the adults that I've been to meetings with. On time, ready to go. She's just done a really, really good job. So please join her crusade in trying to limit the amount of plastic that we use, because she's really done a good job. All right. Now, my announcement is very simple. We changed a term in the school here a few years back. It used to be called an ineligible policy. And it was a policy basically that would say if you didn't perform in the classroom, you could not perform in any activities through Livonia. The Board of Education passed a motion to make sure that we change that to the eligibility policy, which is what we currently have. And the reason why they did that is because we really want to help kids be eligible, not help them be ineligible. Okay, it's a really positive thing. We've been talking about it. We've put it in letters home to parents. We have talked to you about it in large groups. We've talked about it with you in small groups. And I just wanted to make sure that today you realize, like Mrs. Streeter said yesterday, that we are at that mark where you're going to need to have a runaround sheet completed. Okay? So if you were failing one or more classes at the second marking period report card, which you got probably over Christmas break or maybe just before, then it's your responsibility to get a runaround sheet from either the counselors or the main office and go to the teachers that you are failing their class in, and they're going to rate you. Their ratings will be, are you working hard to improve? Okay? It's very simple. You still may have a failing grade, but if you're working hard to improve, we're going to let you continue to participate because we want you to participate. Okay? So it's up to you right now to get that runaround sheet and go to your teachers of any of the classes that you're failing and get their rating on how you've been doing in their classroom. What you do is you bring that back to Mrs. Streeter, and if you get a positive rating, we will take your name right off the list okay? Now, there's a dance coming up on the 25th. That will probably be the next time this is going to impact the most people. I don't want anybody crying. I really don't. I love you guys. I don't want your parents to be upset and call me or talk to Mr. O'Keefe or whatever. I want to make sure that everybody's ready to go. So I'm giving you like a 23-day heads up. Get one of the runaround sheets and make sure that you get your name off that list, okay? For anyone else participating in a sport or activity, you need to make sure you get that done as soon as possible because that may happen long before the January 25th dance. If you have any questions, if you're confused, if you are a parent who is listening to this through our internet, please call me if you have questions because I want to make sure everybody is in a really good spot. We want you to participate. It's called an eligibility policy for a reason. We want you to be eligible, okay? Thank you very much. Love you guys. Have a good rest of the day.
Today's quote is,
3 things in human life are important. The first is to be kind, the second is to be kind, and the third is to be kind. Henry James.
Have a think through it Thursday, middle school.